But then I had this thought and I was like, I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna just wear my hair loose natural and do that for a while. You just do a whole bunch of different things. Hello everybody, it is Just Everything and I'm back with a lock video. So, it's been a minute since I've made a video, like a few weeks. So I went through a period where I wasn't sure if I was keeping these, and rather than get my first retie and start making more videos, I really wanted to think about it. I definitely was gonna take my hair out, but as the days kept going on, and I had this idea, I was like, I'm gonna take it out. And my loctician had already offered to do smaller locks, like do smaller traditional locks. If I took all this out myself and then, do that so we can switch back to traditional locks. But then I had this thought and I was like, I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna just wear my hair loose natural and do that for a while. You just do a whole bunch of different things. But as the days went on, I did not take my hair out of these micro locks, and I had just a heart-to-heart myself and realized that it didn't feel like if this makes sense, going back to loose natural hair at this time period in my life, it just didn't feel like me, if that makes sense. Like I kept thinking about myself doing these styles and all the stuff I could do, and my spirit was not going with me on this thought journey, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes your mind and your spirit are like, yeah, hey, high five. This was like one of those missed moments. So I decided to keep these in. I decided to keep these in, and 5.5 weeks, or maybe it was 5 weeks exactly, I'm not sure. Later, I decided to go ahead and get my first retie. So as you can see, my hair is pretty tight to my scalp right now. The best way I can describe a retie, it reminds me of getting my hair when I used to get braided with extra hair, the connect long hair, all the hair that I used to use. It reminds me of that, like the feeling of getting your hair braided and the tightness to the scalp you have after you're done. Like I need some Aleve type of tightness. It doesn't feel like my hair is going to be pulled out of my scalp, but it's pretty secure in there. So yeah, some other things that I noted about my first retie compared to if I was comparing it to my traditional locks. Like with traditional locks, when that process isn't, I didn't leave with my hair feeling tight. Granted, it's a different method, so of course it's not gonna feel the same. So that was different. Also, something they asked me, which direction do you want your part? Because it didn't occur to me with this, when you tie it down, of course, like braids, it's gonna fall where you have tied it to, if that makes sense. So like I can put it to the side and everything, but as you can see, it's gonna naturally want to go back to the side that it's been tied to. So that was different, because traditional locks, like it doesn't matter where they put it, when you're done getting it retwisted, you can always swipe it over and it's not necessarily going to have the same effect. But as this loosens up, of course, it'll move around. I probably could pin it in place, all that jazz. I don't think I'm gonna get them as tight next time. I went in with no perception how it would feel to get a retie, so I just kind of let her do her thing. Next time we're going to let go of one of these rotations, and yeah. Some other things to note are definitely pricing. So like if you're trying to count the cost between getting traditional locks and micro locks, the cost of a retwist versus a retie is definitely significantly different. Retwists are definitely cheaper. Yeah, they're definitely cheaper and they don't take as long. Like this took, because of the size of some of my locks in the back, this took about 3.5 hours, I think. It might have been, it wasn't exactly 3 hours. I got there at 2:30 and I leave till 5 something. So yeah, it was about 3 hours, if not 3.5 hours. Whereas if I got my hair retwisted, in that same time with the traditional locks, I would have gotten my hair retwisted several times and in maybe 1 or 2 styles. Maybe that's a little much, but for the lock size that I had before, I could at least get my hair retwisted in that time period, get a style, have done a wash and a deep condition. The 3 hours and some change was literally just for the retie. No wash, no condition, no none of that, just retie. So that's something to consider when you're going to decide which locks you want to get, the finances, because the finances in time, because you're going to be investing a bit of time into your micro locks that you wouldn't necessarily invest with the traditional, if that makes sense, or you can invest it differently. So as you can see, it's pretty tight to the scalp. When you get there, or when I got there, they did ask me if I wanted my part down the middle or to the side. I'm guessing that that's a normal question that most people who do micro locks or even sister locks probably ask. Not sure if that's the case, but I would think that since you're tying it down, you want to know which direction to tie it in so it falls that way. So I chose the middle part, as you can see, and as you can see here, my hair is still out in the back. And if you want to see so there are some parts in the back that they said took a little bit longer because they're a little smaller. So I'll just show y'all also the middle and see how my hair is coming together because of the ends. I hope y'all saw that. So yes, I'm gonna try to be more consistent with these videos. Now that I'm over my crisis of wondering if I'm gonna take this hair out or leave it in, I've decided that for now I'm gonna leave it in. I think I'm probably gonna end up leaving it in for a few years in reality, because that's exactly what I do with my traditional locks. I was like, you know, if I don't like these, I could just comb them out. And I just kept thinking that for about 2 or 3 months until I just, you know, surrendered to the fact that this is it. This is the style that I feel is me. And I think that's probably what's gonna happen here. I haven't gotten to the point of full surrender where I'm like, I'm not gonna untwist these at any day now and decide to rock my hair loose natural or go back to traditional locks. But for now, I'm here giving you some micro lock information. If you have any questions and I can answer them, I will definitely do that. Please go ahead and feel free to put the questions down below. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, all the things. And if you're interested in some other topics, you can also put that below as well. So have a great day, night, or whenever you're watching this, and goodbye.